Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it may be, wherever you may be. Welcome to the Darth Grumpy Dad Games Twitch stream. All right. Um, this episode, working on my Diablo 3 season run here. Got a good chunk of it done already. Need to level 3 gems to 35, and I'll probably. Oh, and before I do that, I'm trying to run a bunch of bounties to get my bounty mats up a couple hundred of each, maybe. At least to what that is, right? At least to what that is before I go back to trying to get running just act ones for the Ring of Grandeurs I need for the next slot in the altar and for my follower. So where we're at, we're in Act 2 right now. Yeah. Oh, make sure that's going. There we go. Chilly. It's cold where I'm at. Hiding out under some covers. Wasn't particularly planning on streaming today. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but I'm like, I wanted to work on this, so I was like, well, might as well do some streaming while I'm at it. All right. Need more time. There we go. Dulgar Oasis. Mysterious Cave, Cave Level 2. Might as well get the keyword while I'm here. Should probably go grab the keyword in Act 1 as well. I have to kind of be careful with what I'm doing. I mean, my build is just barely G16 viable, right? If I'm not. Ooh, another Crucible thing. See? Look at that. That was. Oh, one of them flowers was right next to me. Yeah. Get so used to none of that stuff really being able to affect me most of the time. Forget about it. Well, repair while I'm standing there. Only you could have defeated that monster. Yes, that is right. And I was forgetting I have my father potion so I can pop a shrine, affect everything. Ooh, Yamagabi.
Still waiting.
Still early enough in game that it's worth it to clear an entire area for the bats. Mostly those, the death breath. Gonna need a lot of those.
Not ready yet. Need more time. Not ready yet. Still waiting. Need more time.
Do, do, do,
Not
do,
ready
do,
yet.
do.
I don't have enough option power.
Oop.
Need more time.
I still need an obsidian ring of the grand, or ring. Yes, I need more rings of grand, but I need an obsidian ring of the zodiac to make this build kick another level, right? Okay. Zoltan Cool is the last guy. Oh, I was listening to a lot with Crowder. It sounded like it was just gonna be a short show today, and it totally was. Yeah, they just done some 3 for 3s, right? 3 facts in 3 minutes. Now it says subscribe, which I don't have that. I do not have that. I do not have Rumble Premium. I am not that rich. Out of Christ pill, Gen Z, who cares? Like, whatever. Do. I was listening to some Osmongold. Where was I? Oh, ING is crazy for this.
Don't know what to feed your dogs?
I don't mind Osmongold. You're here watching me play video games, right? And I don't really watch Osmongold play games. Like, right?
Not ready yet.
I mean,
Well, we're gonna have to. This is also another thing. It's like you guys know this with me. People are rude to me. Still try to provide fair coverage and fair, fair viewpoints to
Not
them.
ready yet.
Even if it's somebody who I don't like or who's been like hostile to me, I always try to be. These people don't even try.
Need more time.
There's controversy around
yeah.
you, even if none of this is.
Still waiting.
Journalists will punish them if the game doesn't include it.
Not ready
I
yet.
have so many devs. I know everybody didn't like Black Myth Wukong, but to say that it was a 6 out of 10 game. I just don't know about that one.
Yeah, not less of my time going in there right now. Later on, I'll probably just craft a whole bunch of bovine bar to see if I even need to, right? Like, be a module. There we go. That's that. Let's go kill Ragnar. Ragnar. Well, gee, I guess I know which way I need to go right now. QQ.
Against this is that you create alternative forms of media that push an agenda that
Jesus.
eclipses the existing.
Yeah. Those crucibles come in handy later when I'm building the other builds I need to get to 55 with. Like, and really, if you have a 6-piece bonus on anything, a lot of times you don't even need all the weapons and crap like that that's called for on the build to get it to 55. Right? This is just, ooh. Go get rid of some yellows.
So it's not that this power has been given back to the people. In a way, it has. It's also just been given back to the it's been given to a different group. I mean, they were the ones that brought them to an audience. They could dictate what was worthy of praise and what was destined to fail. They could control the flow of information, shape public
Find the
perception
idol.
over time. They didn't necessarily participate in it themselves. And, you know, like you could say, like, okay, that's guilt by association. It's not fair. Like, yeah, you're kind of right. But I mean, it wasn't fair what they were doing either. Reporting for the audience, they started reporting for each other. Instead of informing the players, they started lecturing them. Instead of reviewing games, they started enforcing ideological theories that social media engagement is the only thing that's keeping some of these sites afloat.
It's cold. It's like -1 or 1 degree up here. And it's just even with like the house just feels chilly. That's the way it is. Just is. Like I said, I'm not feeling very well, so if I go AFK all of a sudden, I needed to empty something, either my guts or my bowels. Apologize for putting it that way, but you know. Felt pretty good yesterday. Went out and done a bunch of shopping, mostly just grocery shopping and stuff. And by the time evening rolled around, oh man, the grumbly noises coming out of my innards, like, ugh. Okay. Go. double drops there. That's gonna help me get caught up quick on shit. Typhons, fronts. More gloves of worship. I think I got a couple pair in there already. All right. I don't need illusionary boots. Iron toes. I don't think I need mirror ball for any of the builds either. Grand Visor, I believe I need that for one of the builds. Arashes. Need all those. Oh, 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 look at that. I'm going to save it though. Yeah, I already got a couple pair of those. All right, those go. Save that.
Eric Kane's work over at Forbes. There's a ton of articles of his that I completely disagree with, and most of them I agree with, but it's frank, and it's never trying to preach to an audience.
All right, all right. And when I need ashes, I'll go check Discord and see what the cheapest thing I can build. Because, okay, this is a dead game. Normally, not something I would do, but I'm also not pushing leaderboards. Like, if you make a level 1 character, there's things you can craft, and then, like, craft 5 chess pieces, upgrade them all from rare to legendary, and the 5th one will be a primal, right? It might be a complete shit primal you don't need for nothing, but then you can salvage it to get your primordial ashes, right? And there's Discord channels, recipe channels that have every season, and they're up every season, for now. And some of the recipes are crazy now because you have the crucibles, and you have the ashes, and you have this, that, and oh my god, there's like 20 fucking steps, and the amount of match you would need to actually craft some of these primals is stupid. It's like not worth it. If you're playing on all right. But a lot of these guys that you go to those sites like that, they're playing on PC, and they have a ton of. They'll have like farm bots that are out farming, right?
The only thing that's good about the problem is that people project themselves as being unbiased and biased. That's the problem.
Yeah.
A lot of the right-leaning media, like if you go to InfoWars, you know that you're gonna get a specific opinion.
Yeah, Alex Jones freaking out. Lord. I was gonna leave, boys. You didn't have to die. Didn't have to die, boys. Just didn't have to. Yeah, you do. That's that right there. I don't have any political. That's it. Right. That's a political. Like saying you don't have a political view is a political view. It's sorry, man. I'm sorry. Sorry, it just is. That's the way it is. And then look out! Splat. Oh, poor man.
Something. I don't need to change the world. You're having a good time. And the thing is, like,
Yep.
Still waiting.
are sitting there on Blue Sky articles to like make people look bad because they don't see the world the same way.
Need more time.
There's a lot of it's like this is so. Why does anybody want to see that?
Probably listen to some more Asman because he's actually Asman is fairly moderate. He's fairly moderate, right? Like he does have some more right-leaning opinions on things and certain things, but in reality, those are just moderate opinions. The in politics, there's this thing called the Overton window, and it moves, right? Like as politics,
Need more time.
oops, grab that,
Are you not the same thing?
moves in the public sphere, right? As the public opinion on things moves
Still waiting.
further right and further left and back and forth, right? It drags the window of where the middle is back and forth. Like which really, when somebody claims to be a centrist, I'm like, that's like the weakest position to have. Well, I'm a centrist. Well,
Not ready yet.
that means you have no actual base for what you believe. Because the center is constantly moving depending on whether the culture is more right leaning or more left leaning. It's like you're just somebody who wants to like not be in trouble for having an opinion, right? Well, I'm just a centrist. I'm just in the middle line. Dude, no, you're just trying to stay out of trouble. You're right. You're dodging the responsibility of having an opinion, right? I don't really get it. That ain't how the world really functions.
Not ready yet. Still waiting.
Yeah. So yeah, there's like you're saying here. Now because there's so much political stuff in video games and the people producing the video games, the quality controls on the video games have become secondary to the political messaging. And video games are suffering because of it. I'm surprised they haven't got. Well, I haven't been paying very close attention, but I don't think I've gotten a puzzle ring yet.
Still waiting.
Right, this way.
At the Gulf of America,
Not ready yet.
1/100 of the impact of Chinese games coming out that prevent you from saying the words Taiwan.
Yeah,
Still waiting.
Democracy.
I agree with him on that.
Reasonable and uninformed person can immediately.
Hee. Sorry, move
That was crazy. Yeah, it was.
my device here that I'm listening to this on a little.
The lack of professionalism.
So the speakers on it are facing more towards the speaker on my mic. I can't really stand better. Apologize if it's overly loud on your guys' end. Oops, Gobby. Kill all the enemies in the foundry. They must die. They must all be removed from existence. Oh.
Not ready yet.
Thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, found it useful in any way, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends.
Yeah, for me, yeah. you found this video
Not ready yet.
useful in any way, like me here on Twitch, maybe get some. Oh, hello, cheap views on streambo.com. Remove the space, blah blah blah. Sorry, bro, not happening.
Need more time.
Oh, I forgot. I'm gonna have to. Somebody asked my gaming handle
Still waiting.
the other day, and they would come run with me when I was online. Like the post, and I haven't had time to like put my gaming handle on that post. Maybe I oughta. I doubt they're playing right now though. It's pretty early in the morning.
Need more time.
Because you have a game that, and also every single company, you have to keep in mind, every single company in China has a connection to
To the
Chinese
government, yep.
the Chinese government.
And there will be spy bots in the game itself. There will be,
And so,
Not ready yet.
because the Chinese aren't stupid. I mean, like, people in charge, they're egotistical and all that, but they're not stupid. They understand that people's information is how you control the narrative. Right? It's a very effective way to control people when you, like, so in a lot of places in China, if you have an unpopular opinion, you can't spend your money in the area you live in, right? You get charged more for things. And so they make it so you have to go further away from your house to buy goods. And the further out away from the area they've deemed it's okay for people to live in, the more expensive stuff is. So you if your social credit score isn't high enough, you take a hit on how much money you make at work. You take a hit on how much they charge you for your rent. Then they make you travel farther, which costs you more money, and the stuff where you buy it costs more. Right? So you need to be online posting how cool the rulers of China are every day on your Chinese social media. Yeah, that's awesome. We almost had that here. It was coming. It was coming down the pipe. An hour 20 million. I finally fucking beat him. 18. What do we got here? Let's. Yeah, I'm probably gonna listen to Asmon Gold for a while because I know he's not gonna. He's just gonna be some nice middle of the road shit. My brain doesn't feel like working. I just like maybe later I'll listen to a debate with a little more meat to it, but my brain doesn't feel it. I'm not feeling it in the head today. Okay, let's see. ING is crazy. It's actually in like 20 minutes. I can't do this anymore.
There is a faster
See what
way
he's
to get hard.
what he's talking about here.
It's called Rose
Freaking ads.
for the past about 6 months or so, I have had to endure a relentless amount of personal attacks, lies, and misrepresentations that are intentionally disingenuous in order to align me with beliefs that I've actively spoken out against. This is another instance of people trying to paint me as a Nazi. Now, this is a very, very, in my opinion, an extreme accusation to make. This is a
If you're a moderate and you're getting called a Nazi,
Need more time.
that pretty much says it all.
Didn't see that coming, did you? Not ready yet. Still waiting.
which would be Hebrew. It was written in Hebrew.
They burned a lot of stuff.
They burned a lot of stuff, which is true. Yep. Out of context. It's like you said before, I'm not a huge Christian. You listen to people talk. The people that are really going out against Christians and they're using scripture, like I guarantee you, they don't really know what that shit means. Right? Because every time I've heard a debate on something like this where with an apologetics debate, right, where it's guys who know and understand scripture, right? These guys are on it. True apologists. Most of the time, all they do is say, okay, what is the bit of scripture above the scripture you're quoting and the bit of scripture under it? And just looking at just doing that, you can easily see that the scripture does not say what the person using it as a bad thing actually is talking about. It's actually different. And not only that, the Bible, every verse in the Bible is referenced by another verse in the Bible, like chapters apart, books apart, right? Because the book is a book. The Bible is a book of books, it's a library. It's also a liturgy, right? Which means it's to be presented in a certain fashion, taught a certain way. Like you can't just read it and understand it, right? That's why Protestant churches all believe we're in shit compared to Orthodox churches, right? You can tell more.
Tolerated in any capacity. If you are advocating for it or promoting the use of violence against people in a non-self-defensive way, I think you should get banned. These are the people who are trying. And by the way, I wasn't even talking about burning.
Oh, I didn't know how to eat Jack yesterday. I'm finally able to eat some food. Yeah, food good. Food good.
Guaranteed 100% against the terms of service. We'll go over, of course, obviously, Son also had to chirp about this as well. He was not happy about it. It's a bit of a like, my understanding is that they burned them not because it was gender stuff, but because it was written in Jewish and not German.
Yep.
He's not happy.
It's Hebrew, written in Hebrew.
I can't afford that.
Trying to understand how politics works, the importance of learning history. I'm not an elitist by any means. I think anybody can do this. This is a fucking silly ass job. But it is just crazy that, like, what is declared good enough in terms of political commentary on the right wing side of things. That's crazy. Number one political commentator on the platform.
He's not right wing. He's a moderate. His son is wacko left wing, man. The guy is like, ah, damn.
That's okay. It is pretty crazy that Asmongold watched that fucking Ethan Klein video, and then he's unhappy that I watched the content nuke video. Now I understand why he's unhappy. I think that if I was him, I would also be unhappy. His chat kept coming in here to be like, "You're an anti-Semitic terrorism lover. You should be banned. Why aren't you banned yet?" Well, I mean, to be fair, son, you've been very positive towards people who are on the national terror list. I mean, you have been. Like, this is a fact. This isn't a debatable reality. You interviewed a terrorist, and I defended you interviewing the terrorist. I even defended you with that. I said it's okay because I want people to be able to talk to people.
Not ready yet.
What? Ah.
Hassan's chat, and then Hassan said he couldn't control everybody saying things in his chat, and now he's mad at me for not having every single person that's banned in my chat. I just find this to be ironic. I do. I find it to be very ironic.
Well, thank God I'm here then. First point, every single chatter that was spamming was banned days before the tweet was made. Hassan, can I go back and check things up right now? Hassan, I used to say I believe that blatantly moderating this chat.
Like, do you care that your chat is calling you racist? Do you make any attempt to modify? I have not looked at my chat. I don't look at my chat at all, but I do say, don't you have moderate? Do you care at all about what your audience says about me? 1,000 people in here right now. I can't stop people from viewing you a certain way.
One can only assume what chat might have been spamming.
Need more time. Not ready yet. Just warming up.
Why? Recoil when people scream resist by anything telling us that we are all inbred and that we have no culture.
This is literally chat's immediate reaction after he said the Jewish students were being called inbreds.
On the way out, a pro-Hamas mob started chasing us, calling us in the middle of campus, calling us inbred, that we have no culture. One of them grabbed my friend's Israeli flag in the middle of campus, carried it to a mob by the gate. That were
Yeah.
with the angry mobs.
Now you're probably thinking,
Yeah, it's Chad. That
banned all of these chats. Subs as well.
Still waiting.
Sub on top.
yeah.
Not ready yet.
I'm not going to repeat what they were chatting. Yeah. Literally chatting while I'm making this video. I mean, you can go check this video out on Osmogo's channel if you want to see what people were saying. But you can imagine. You can imagine.
Not ready yet.
Or non-German. Why don't we look it up and why don't we find out first?
Need more time.
Which, by the way, the Holocaust Museum during the Obama got overrun by leftists, and there's a lot of stuff they say there that they claim is real is direct Nazi propaganda, especially the stuff that they claim about the church and Kristnacht, right? The final night or whatever, I can't remember what it is, but yeah, numerous Kristnacht or whatever, numerous businesses were burned, people were brutalized, and most people that it happened to were Jewish and Jewish businesses, and the Nazis played it off like it was all the Catholic churches doing in fault, without talking about the fact that the Nazis had forced themselves into all those churches. All the clergymen, priests, and people running the churches were Nazis, and they were putting out a particular message to all the practitioners, right? To all the people going to church. And it was a very anti a certain group of people message. And they're trying to blame it on the church. It's the church. No, the church did not condone that message, right? Maybe the Roman Catholic, those guys are heretics anyways. If you look at the lineage of churches, they're heretics, and they are so they can have political power, right? So.
Authors whose books were burned.
Jack London.
Ernest Hemingway, both my brothers, Thomas and Heinrich.
There's the German writer, Maria Remarque, who wrote the famous book All Quiet on the Western
Yep.
People can then also,
Everybody
some probably, I don't know if Islam knows this or not.
got burned.
Some would be very upset that you know this. They also burned some of Karl Marx. They burned Lenin. They burned
Mhm.
Trotsky. They burned a lot of communist books as well.
Yep.
See me now. Need more
Yeah.
time.
The Nazis were socialists, but once they came to power, like once you come to power, when you're a totalitarian government, right? No matter what ism you fall under or claim you are or create, all the language and all the people that helped you get to that point and spread that language need to go away. They need to disappear because those people know how to sway a population and they know how to create revolutions and revolt. And you can't allow them to be around the people anymore. So you look at Russia, you look at the Germans, you look at the Chinese, you look at anyone. Like as soon as the revolution is over, they kill like Cuba, El Salvador, you name it. As soon as the revolution is over, the government kills all the revolutionaries. Like you're not going to get a good place in the government being a socialist revolutionary, right? You need to get. Oh, did I get the Q warden over here as well? I'm pretty sure I did.
Is because I know
Yes.
there'd be people
Okay.
who try to limit freedom of speech, and they try to, you know, put
Pretty sure I got the Q
limits on
warden
it and
here.
stop
Yep.
people from saying certain things. When you live with
All
your mind
right.
in a cage, that's only
And then
freedom.
there's no Q warden in Act
It's never
5. I
where it
just need to do the
stops.
bounty there.
Still waiting.
Fucking based. Absolutely.
Need more time.
So anyway, so basically a clip of me discussing the fact that the Nazi book burnings were not exclusive to LGBT, but they were in fact for a lot of things that were anti-German culture and things that were involved with people being Jewish, communism, etc. This is true, and my source for this is the Holocaust Museum. It's very sad, but one thing that I learned that I keep learning over and over is that when people can't win in the free marketplace of ideas, they
They
have to
lie.
resort to lies. The sad thing is none of them will acknowledge this
They
and
make
keep playing the
personal
boxing.
attacks and they
Well,
lie.
the thing is that all of the people that have done that, they've already completely gone hollow. There's nothing that like I can do to bring them back from the psychosis that they've brought themselves into. But the best that I can do is to
I think
offer
the
a
current
measure
terminology
and
for
to the
such
best of
behavior
my
is
ability
the
indicate
woke
a
mind
perspective
virus.
as
It's
to
the
why
mind,
these things happen.
right? The
What's manifest
parasitic
here is
mind, I
always
think, is a
things that have
better
these
term.
patterns
I
emerging in today's
think
society. And it's a very
Gad
good way to
Sad
get
is
into
his
this, that
name.
this was done by primarily young people.
GAADSAAD, Gad
Because
Sad.
it's really, in a lot of
Has
cases,
a book called The
the
Parasitic Mind. I
way
haven't read it, like
contemporary
I said,
wisdom
but
nowadays is that
that'd be
older
worth
people are
checking
more
out.
conservative and younger
And
people
it's not,
are more
and
liberal.
it doesn't
But I
just go
think in
over.
cases of
Uh,
economic depression or
wait a
national
minute.
depression,
Wait a minute. Not
sometimes the
done.
young
Not
simply
done.
become
Here we
fearful.
go. There we go.
This is an example of it. And this is why
But it also
this is
goes
what
over how
this is why I was saying before about how TikTok, etc.
all
So
kinds of
like you see how
ideologies
all
can
this is coming
overtake your
together,
mind,
how all this
right?
is
And
coming
rule
together.
you and cause you to do things you normally wouldn't, behave in manners that would normally be unacceptable.
And so when I see
Like it can
is
happen on the
when I
left
talk
side, it can
about the
happen on the
research
right
behind
side. It
what's
can
happening
like
in these when I talk about
people of
research
faith. You
these
just gotta
things like this
you have
happening,
to learn
it's
how
because I
to
see the repercussions of it because of the
protect your
lifestyle
mind from
that's
these
and so
bad
when I'm
ideas,
discussing
these
a topic
bad
like this we're discussing from a
behaviors,
broad
or,
perspective,
ideas
I
that
was
are
actually saying that it's
intentionally
even
created
if you
to
don't like
create
any
bad
trans
behavior.
stuff in a lot of cases oppressive regimes will take a couple of things that are agreeable
Yep.
and hopefully sell that to the masses, and the masses buy it because of those couple of bad things. that maybe even off stream, Hassan should actually spend some time. It's only 4 hours.
Still waiting.
And if you look at a lot of the comments here, Asmon is lenient on Hassan. There are a lot of people who are criticizing me because I didn't go hard enough on Hassan, and I actually tried to give him the benefit of the doubt the entire time. Because I try to maintain consistency, I try to maintain a lack of bias, and I try to maintain a degree of decorum to make sure that when I'm talking about something, that I do so in the most authentic and accurate way. Now, the mistakes happen, and yes, I did misspeak in saying it was in Jewish. That's very fair. But I think that that's not really the focus of what the conversation was about, and only the most dishonest person would focus on that instead of what the actual context was and the actual meaning behind it. With a lot of these people, if they're worried that they're unhappy, that, you know, my content is doing well, etc., maybe they should think about why that is. And I think that one of the big reasons why that happens is because it's honest.
The world is new.
And more important than it being honest is that it attempts to be honest. Mistakes are made. Mistakes will be made. And mistakes will continue to be made. I will win. In the future, I will say somebody is speaking in Chinese when I actually mean Mandarin. I will. But the essence behind what I'm saying, I will endeavor to do my best.
I'm carrying too much.
I'm not trying to spread propaganda. I'm not trying to spread lies. I'm trying to be fair, accurate, authentic, and reasonable. And I think that's what a huge contingency of people are looking for in a sea of lies. Are you Team Ethan or Team Hassan? I think that I'm not.
Oh, nice. Nice. Now, do I put it on my follower? I haven't got. Okay, consider.
So, yeah.
I think it would be better if I put it in the altar. See if we can get a cinder code. There is a cinder code. There's another. Okay, I should go for. What else did I need? I need. See if I can get another Wrestler's Folly. Did not appear as I did, though. Oh.
Not ready yet.
Well, Folky. Heart of Iron, another Heart of Iron with thorns. Plenty of those. I don't need another one of these either. I think I need that Typhon, so. All right, let's go see if we can put some sockets on that. Sockets. Start fire skill. Oh, and it's got the max resource cost reduction. You can have higher fire skill damage, but it's got the max. We'll roll armor off, maybe. I don't think I can get sockets here. It's got to have to be the armor or the life percentage. I think I want the life percentage more. I'm pretty sure that's a little more important. And yeah, 1 to 3 sockets. There's one socket. One socket again. Oh, come on now. There's two sockets. Three sockets. There we go. Go by the Jula. Okay, let's stow this. So probably and grab my Ransler's Folly. Still need to roll fire damage on. Put that away. Grab east that. Go. So I don't look so flaming. So I don't look like such a flammer. Let's see, what do we got? We got resource, cost reduction. And I'm going to want to, I'll keep the life percentage, roll the vitality off for cooldown reduction. Yes. Area damage. See, this is what you want is resource, resource cooldown, resource reduction, cooldown reduction, and area damage would be right plus intelligence, if possible. That's what you want on this piece. But I am just going for resource and cooldown reduction for now to work with my captain set. Oh, for Farfig Nugan. I know it can roll. It's right on the very top. It'll roll when it rolls. I have no control over it. Even switching around like this, I just do it because just spamming the same button. Just like I can just keep doing this. And those two things will be those two things every time. And it's pre-programmed, basically. They roll when they roll. See, it's going to be deep. It's going to be deep again before I get a higher one. I guess that 5. Ooh, there we go, 6. We'll call that good for now. Still need a squirts. Okay. Oh. Oh, yeah. Be better if it was 6 crit on this. I get resist all out of. Yeah, this is going to go Fire skill damage. There we go, 19. That's pretty good. Right, what do I got in the cube right now? Okay, let's
Need more time.
see if I...
Not ready yet.
All right. That works. I'm still keeping... All right, so that gives us 30% cooldown reduction and fire damage. And I'm pretty much, I just want the and fire damage and resource reduction. That gets me way more tornadoes. All right. Go get this. Yeah, bounty killer. So we'll start down here and work our way up.
Need more time.
See how this new change up works. Oh, wait. We need to go to Act 1 first. Let's see what do I need. Okay, I need to make a ruby. Ruby. Oops. Combine. There we go.
Still waiting.
All right, let's see. What do we want? Dodge. That's kind of what I want. I should like get that or any one of these other quality of life. I think, yeah, I don't need that 5 plus damage, but I want to automatically pick up orbs from Nephilim and Greater Rifts, right? Because that's just what. Oh, I can't get that unless I get that one first. Well, that's a pain in the butt. Pets pick up Death Breath. Might have to work my way back across here. That's weak sauce. Weak sauce. Can't go backwards. It's what I want more than like the pets automatically picking up and salvaging is super handy. Right? You can just fucking bounce through shit. Pets picking up Death Breath is super handy as well. Flawless Emerald. And go. Okay. They have to do this because it really. Oh, what? I don't have 20 Greater Rift keys? Well, guess we'll have to fetch those as soon as we get done with our last bounty. Oh my. Thought it would have taken us there.
Not ready yet.
Ah,
Need more time. Still waiting. Need more time. Not ready yet.
okay, let's go. The edge here.
Need more time.
Stick on the edge. Ah! Bastards. Bastards.
Not ready yet.
That Rasser's Folly groups them all together.
Still waiting.
I'll get. See? I hate this area. I fucking loathe this area. See, when you got a good build. See, and I just trying to teleport around and end up right in that shit.
Need more time. Still waiting. Not ready yet. Your defenses are nothing. Still waiting.
Ding. Oh, yeah. It's too quiet. It's too quiet. Too quiet. Okay. Idiocracy is not a comedy, it's a documentary. Okay, we'll listen to that. That's okay. I've been believing this for a long time, right? That
Idiocracy is becoming real. Oh boy, oh boy.
Need more time.
yeah, Idiocracy thing. It's been a long time since I watched it, but
Still waiting.
I think it's by
Need more time. Not ready yet.
Basic infrastructure is now falling apart.
I don't think killing anything here will count towards like killing enemies.
Still waiting.
Nope.
Not ready yet.
Right. Logic collapsed.
Yeah, this movie is great. Like,
It's honestly,
I believe this is by the guys. The movie was made by the guys by Trey and Parker and what guys who do South Park. The guys who do South Park. One of the guys. Something.
Still waiting.
Yep.
Not ready yet.
Ow, my balls. Okay, that's doable. I would watch a show called "Ow, My Balls." I mean, a couple of times. Well, back in my day, we all did, but it wasn't called "Ow, My Balls." "Ow, My Balls." It was called America's Funniest Videos. But there were a lot of videos in which somebody got kicked in the ass, right?
Need more time. Not ready yet. Still waiting.
but why is how
Need more time.
Yep.
of society? I
Still waiting. Not ready yet.
Yeah, that's not genetically sound, that idea, though.
Need more time.
It's funny, but because, I mean, intelligence isn't passed on genetically. I mean, you make arguments for it, but I don't think, because there's so much crap in our environment now that affects our intelligence, so many pollutants, right? And it's not, you can argue, you can go out there and say, those are out there on purpose to purposely make everyone stupid. I mean, yeah, maybe, but a lot of it's just because people are stupid. They don't know. Like the biggest drop in IQ was because we were putting lead in gasoline and it was getting burned and pumped into the environment, and we were breathing all that lead, right? They just didn't know. They were like, "Oh, it's a good way to make gas cheaper and make some money." Later on, yeah, they figured it out and they were still doing it. Right up until it was made illegal, they were lying about it. So, oh, oops, I got to get the pylons. What am I doing? I'm going to lose this if I don't get moving. Pop all these bitches. Now I can go about and kill all these bosses and pick my. Oh, no! Oof. Thought for sure I was going to die there. That was a bad, bad spot. Boom boom is bad. Arcane damage bad.
Not ready yet. Still waiting.
Yep. Yeah, I know. Generally, if it's breaking news, but I know it's going to be garbage. Like, no, it's not. Unbelievably, blah blah blah. And I wondered why they all like for a while. How come everybody has these cards that say this? Well, it's when you go to YouTube, whatchamacallit, studio, and you're putting your cars together because I actually went and picked, because I don't do that. I just, whatever random image is on there is the image, right? Occasionally I'll change it, but I usually I just let it rip. Like that's, I got wrecked. Yep. Oh, so like I was saying though, all the cards like they suggest you use have all that inflammatory language and all that hyperbolic language. Breaking just in. I can't believe they got it on all those cards. That's what YouTube Studio suggests you use. Like, and I'm sure it's marketing and it works. And I'm glad this is just a hobby, and I'm doing it because I'm bored. And hopefully my grandkids listen to this and learn something. Yeah. I was for a long time. I was a really garbage spot. I will still like just my brain will glitch. It'll be like, how the frick is this spell? I don't know. Like, I think that's gonna. Oh, I got wrecked again. Ugh.
Not enough effort and time given to a learning basket.
Die already, jeez. Fire got that dude. Yeah. Yep. What? I don't think I checked to make sure I'm actually putting volume out yet. Yep, there we go. It is. Yeah. That's how it used to be done. And really, like, the grammar Nazis on Twitter and YouTube, like, a lot of times when you see that, people don't really care that much. When you do see it, it's somebody who's trying to say that for some reason they believe that logically, 100% certainty that whatever point you were making no longer makes that point because you spelled it wrong. You spelled the word wrong. Did you put a comma in the wrong place? Your logical analysis is no longer logical. It's no longer true that the sun comes up in the east and sets in the west because you accidentally spelled east or west wrong. That, you are a moron. You have no idea what you're talking about. It should be quiet. It should be rejected. All society, from all forms of media, because you spelled east wrong. I don't know how many times I have to tell autocorrect that no, autocorrect, this is the word I was intending to spell, and you effed it up, not me. Like, I don't like, and the only time I point something, like if somebody else is pointing out how something's stupid or da da da, and their spelling and grammar is atrocious, then I'm like, okay, now, bro, come on. Can't be saying this and while you're just this bad at this simple thing. Yeah. Okay, what am I going? Oh, this way. Ah,
Yeah, I was really bad at navigating them too.
Need more time. Still waiting. Not ready yet. Need more time. Still waiting.
yep. People get lazy.
Not ready yet.
I would want to do it.
Need more time.
I mean, right. Paying attention to the signs coming up. Like that's the only reason I can do it is because I drove semi from. Oh, I got whacked. Holy cow! That did not go well. Maybe I need to go repair.
Learn anything now, and all they do is sit on a computer and they never think about anything. Develop that skill set in the first place isn't intrinsically bad, especially if you can then pick it up how to do something when it matters for yourself. But what if we go one step further? Because our ability to think critically and
Ooh,
solve problems is now under
maybe
siege.
save
Thanks
those.
to the advent of generative tools. Picture a Roman archery. Stones on top of stones, but it never stands free or supports any weight at all without something called a keystone.
Yep.
The keystone is the pinnacle of that archery. It often has a slightly different shape or it's special
I use
technology.
this analogy to explain morals and ethics and truth and why they're important to people all the time. They're like you have all these ideas and stuff stacked up. Keystone to knowing what's right is truth or honor. That is the keystone that holds honor, holds your ethics together. Da, da, da. Oh, repair.
Rates are dropping in many developed countries. We'll look at that after this.
Still waiting.
Okay. Gonna launch right in here, so I gotta. Gosh darn it! Fucker.
For this one, I do have to read a few
not powerful enough. I might need to go get my Goulds back on. Captain Misty Pants. There we go. Oh, what the? Didn't even let me move. Okay. Oh, I can. I can do that.
Yeah, but like I cannot perform like the task of doing it.
What do I got? I got powerful. I got trap.
Technology is not a novel phenomenon. However, Gen AI tools
Grab.
exacerbate the associated risks. Indeed, such reliance may be tolerable for low-stakes tasks like grammar checking, but it can lead to significant negative
Go
outcomes in
back to
high-stakes
this
contexts,
build for a
like
minute.
drafting legal documents. That's true. Yeah, of course. It's common sense. Lastly, thank you for sticking with me through all of this. From the conclusion paragraph, quote, while Gen AI can improve worker efficiency, it can inhibit critical engagement with work and can potentially
Come now.
long-term over-reliance on the tool and diminish skill independent problem solving.
Do I have mantles? I think I have a mantle of channeling. I'll put it in here. Give myself an extra.
This is even like it's even on a physical level because like kids now, like I was reading in the UK, a lot of kids can't go upstairs because their leg muscles haven't been developed enough because they're sitting on tablets all day. The one supporting all the extra weight.
Believe it.
It's the thing that supplants. Yeah, no, I'm serious. Like what? I know. It's fucking insane, isn't it? What? No way. I didn't believe it either. I looked at it myself. I'll be right back. Give me a second. And kids are. Yeah, I would say a little bit, right? Just a little bit. I didn't take a shit.
Nope.
Sorry about that. Okay. And that is precisely what these new AI tools are designed to do. If you don't believe me, which is fine, by the way, what about this? I've used this example before in other videos, but I think I should probably show it again here. The implications behind it are pretty severe.
There we go. The heart of iron. I just
Gen
like the way it looks. It's got a very classic look to it.
Wider audience using material like this. It's a pretty harmless video at first, but towards the end you start to see something a little bit different than generate a funny image of a cat playing guitar. They start advertising the service for things like generating emails. Cool, no big deal, you might say. Yeah. Small stone in the massive art. Sure.
But if you don't think well enough,
In front of her friends. What's a good excuse to cancel dinner with my friends? You can certainly shrug it off as a
Yep, because kids not going to know how to talk to each other at all. They're not going to know how to interact because they don't have to. And this is something that happens probably in schools too, is because you don't have to do a lot of this stuff that you used to back in the day. Still waiting. And so now people are so caught up in life, they don't know how to have any interaction with anybody.
the advertisement. What happens when you actively market a product to teenagers, showcase what to say
ooh. Oh, okay. Ah! Get out of here. Die. Your dad just died, dude. Ugh.
always assumes the worst level of intent possible with a person, and then they attack that person based off of that intent
Had to
being
go
real.
back to the
What you create is a
the big
curious
bad build.
people don't want to express themselves, and I think that's unhealthy. It's very unhealthy.
The world is new tricky.
Is a skill set, and
Yep.
actually speaking.
Yeah, I'll agree. I'm not big on phone calls either. I mean, that's true, not true. Because if it's, I mean, I'm very poor at discerning what people actually mean in a text, right? Because words have multiple meanings. Again, and I've talked about this. If you're not in, like, asking people, what do you mean by this? And, like, if you're asking somebody that in text, they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, which is, right? Which is the way it's going to be. But,
Some children starting the school unable to climb a staircase.
oh, yeah. Oh, he pulled up the video. Man.
I'm just trying to let y'all know, like, whenever I talk about this shit, we're getting in it on a level that is accurate. It's the problem.
Yep.
It's a big
I like it. I believed him. I had no pandemonium
That's
loops.
insane. It is.
Pandemonium.
Absolutely fucking brutal.
Yep.
The ones in wheelchairs? Nope. It's getting harder and harder for me to see it that way.
Gold skin.
One of a smaller and far more damning example of this in action, especially considering the warning that Microsoft researchers themselves gave in that document.
Yeah.
Documents in particular. There was a case against Walmart initiated in 2023 and still making its way through the process. What's this? Where the legal representation for the plaintiff used 8 different case law examples that just don't exist because an AI hallucinated them. In a statement provided to the court directly, the law firm said, I thought one of those said Helen versus Keller.
Helen versus Keller.
Wait, what the fuck? Hallucinated the cases in question while assisting our attorney in drafting the motion in line. This matter comes with great embarrassment and has prompted discussion and action regarding
My God.
implementation and future use of artificial intelligence. This serves as a cautionary tale for our firm and all firms.
Oh, that's fucking funny. AI generated a court case.
Yeah, sure. And people instinctively making the argument that this won't be a problem once the AI is good enough.
Bullshit.
Point, maybe it won't be a problem. But think of it this way. That's a lawyer, supposedly one of the smartest professions on earth.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lawyer who is having the AI do their work for them.
Like,
now, my understanding of the way that a lot of legal offices work is that a lot of times they have a paralegal or an assistant or somebody who's under them draft this out, and then they just look over.
And the paralegals are not lawyers, and they do not know the law the way the lawyer does.
I don't know this for sure, and I'm sure each office is going to be different. But in a lot of cases, that's what's happened. So there's a legal aid that did this that probably is just lazy, and also I think in a lot of these cases, it's not really
and they, paralegals don't get the credit they deserve.
Stupid. It's just a person being lazy. But the problem is that if you're lazy enough, that turns you stupid. Okay, all you want about how much better society.
But I was saying I communicate much better with people in person or on the phone because you can hear the tone of their voice and gain a better understanding of their meaning, right? Like, cause like I seriously, unless I can see, like I have bad hearing too. So unless I can see people, see their mouth moving, see the stance their body takes, right? Their body language, I have a really hard time communicating with people. Like I'm just like, and I'm just quiet about it a lot. Like, do I like what are you saying?
Like Idiocracy.
I can't afford that.
Oh, there's a flavor of time from me follower.
Here, give me a second. No, wrong one. Let me make a few of these.
I think Idiocracy is Yes. Idiocracy is on
This is just a minor one, okay?
Amazon. If I remember right.
Idiocracy. I don't know if that's the way to spell it. Let's see. Dune. This is with AI. And then Minority Report.
You're here. That's funny.
This is where we're at.
Venn graph.
And then we also have things like, you've got the bonus ones. Like, this doesn't make sense in the context of
1984.
this, but all of these are somehow in Skynet. Yes, this is where we're at. It's basically you take every single bad thing that was predicted with science fiction.
1984, Brave New World, Dune. Oh yeah, Dune is politically well, and Dune. A lot of the stuff in Dune is based on esoteric Hollywood, right? The rarely or little known things of Hollywood, the secretive things. Like they're all in cults. They're also like like all the women, all the feminists, all the leaders of Hollywood, all of our elites at the time. They were all in these weird side cults, whether it was like Skull and Bones from their college or uh what is it? What was the big one that the Golden Dawn, right? The guys like Aleister Crowley and all these weird old Satanist people were in. Well, they were all members of these groups, and they were all also a good part of them were into eugenics, right? Because of the theory of evolution, they were into eugenics. They were going to breed the Ubermenschen, right? The ultimate man. And most of these people were rabidly racist, right? Against minorities and poor people, like which mostly minorities. There was a lot of white poor people, especially here in America, because 80% of the population, like roughly at the time, was white, and most of those people were poor. So the numbers of white poor people have always far outnumbered the numbers of minority poor people, right? So it was empty. So like when they started using their Orwellian, here, pause this too, their Orwellian language to name things like Planned Parenthood, the only thing they're planning is to kill your kid, is to get you to kill your kid so that you die off so that their elite, the elitist Uberman can be born, right? This like from the elite, like the rest of us, we don't. They just need enough of us to till the fields and serve them coffee, and right. The rest of us, like we don't need. We need to know how to read and write, do a little math, punch some numbers on a cash register, stand on a line and put a little toy in a box all day or whatever the thing is you do it on an assembly line, but not be smart enough to understand that you're a slave, that the overwhelming majority of the money you're making at your job does not pay for your food or housing, it pays for taxes. Like you're spending more on taxes, and the things you buy are so taxed, right? You're paying taxes on everything you buy that has been taxed and double triple taxed. It's right. They turned us all into morons. They to create their elite society, to create the Uberman, convince us that killing our babies is Planned Parenthood, and that we really shouldn't have kids right away when we're young. We should wait till we're older. It's way better. It's way better. Well, no, because every year, every decade, but actually every year beyond like 25, male and female, the chances of reproducing and having a healthy child go down drastically after 25. And they just keep going down right now. And now they're pushing the idea, oh, you just have an IVF baby. The success rates of IVF are abysmal. They suck. It's not 50%. It's like 15% or something success rate on IVF when you look at it across the whole broad spectrum. But they're selling this idea to people that, oh, you just have your baby. And here's even the kicker. They've done all this convincing, oh, you don't want to have a baby that might be, wrong, that might have autism or da da da. And you should wait till you're older. Well, waiting till you're older increases all that, just drastically increases the chances of birth defects. The older you are when you start having kids, the higher the chance they're going to have birth defects. Period. Yet, that's not what you're being told, right? Well, hopefully, like there's been like politics are like a rubber band. It goes way out one way and that snaps back the other way, right? And then there's the people who was like, oh, I'm a centrist. I'm in the, and they get drugged back and forth constantly and they just agree with whatever. Well, right? So now we've hit the other side. We've went from really religious conservative to religiously liberal, right? Which is, you look at people swearing you're murdering all trans people if you don't call one trans person by their preferred pronoun. Like that's insane. That's an insane ideology, right? That is a religion. It's like yelling in somebody's face they're going to hell because they spit on a sidewalk, right? It's that level of crazy. So we like now we'll probably settle in somewhere close to the middle of all that, but probably still a little bit more to the right because people have realized, yeah, that we were happier when the idea of race was, well, a color's a color. Well, I don't see race was a much better way of looking at the world than everybody's right than the DEI idea of everybody's internally racist and you can't get around it. Therefore, we have to point it out whenever we can. No, that just creates race wars. That's how you create a race war. That's literally how you make a race war. But anyways, all right, back to listening to Idiot. I think I have Idiocracy on my Amazon. I'm going to have to go back and watch it since everybody's talking about it again.
You are becoming Idiocracy. As time goes on, more and more under the profiteering pressure of major
It's chilly.
the entire point of Idiocracy, more than likely resulting in its outright suppression at the box office, by the way.
Well, it wasn't completely accurate because PlayStation controllers have been changed. You know, they have that touchpad in the middle. And so, like, this isn't completely accurate.
That's, yeah. It's not completely accurate. Shoulders, I mean. Okay. What was I going to do? I got this. Let me finish this. I needed something for the altar, and I can't remember what I needed. Greater stone, so I need to run. Come on, Tom.
And I think that there's a lot of kids that have effectively let that brain rot happen. The parents, that have let that brain rot already affect them to begin
Let's go. Let's
They have. Give it 5 years. I don't know.
this
if they can
again.
wait that long.
Need a zodiac ring. Hopefully one drops soon.
Still waiting. Not ready yet. Still waiting.
Whatever.
Need more time.
A lot of people don't see it that way, which is fine. It's obviously happening.
Yeah, it's being done to us on purpose, right? You wanna, if people purposefully limited the reach of that movie, that's why. They didn't want people to understand that's what what was actively being done. So, and right, there's a bonus to saying we need government involvement in paying for schools. But having said that, the government, like I understand they need to know they're getting their money back on their investment, but they can't be saying you have to teach specifically this or that to the states. I think doing away with the Department of Education, which is a big thing right now, that's probably going to happen, is a good thing because since that institution was created, the average IQ and the average test score of every American child has plummeted. It has on every metric, right? On every metric, and it has been for a long time. And you know, people are ripping at the current president for talking about, for saying, oh, it's blah blah. He's just blah blah blah. No, it's 100% true. Like it's like you can spend 5 or 10 minutes of research online, researching test scores across the board, and see, oh yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. This is where I'm at. I've had 2 neck surgeries, and my back is all messed up. My lower back, degenerative disc disorder, because my spine, although I didn't have like a really, really crooked spine, it was just kind of weird in like 3 or 4 places. Not enough to really hurt me most of my life, but it just caused the discs to wear out a lot faster. And so once those discs wear out, then your vertebrae, your bones, set on the nerves that come out of your vertebrae that run your arms and your legs and whatnot, and that super hurts right after a while. And you can't move your arms, your legs don't work like I drop shit all the fucking time, even after getting a couple neck surgeries. It's like I break controllers, because I squeeze them so hard, I don't realize how hard I'm squeezing stuff because they don't feel it quite right. Like I can't play guitar anymore at fucking all. Like I just like it's bad, and it's still way better. Like they fixed me up pretty good. I'm not saying the doctor's done a bad job; they done an excellent job. It's just there's only so much. There's only so much when it got as bad as it did for me. Some of that nerve damage just never goes away. There's scar tissue and whatnot. Did I get that pylon over there? I'm pretty sure I did. No, it's not impossible. Teleport. You just homeschooling. Like we need to go back to community schools, right? Um, and also, like I've said a bunch, you do away with the idea that you work for somebody your whole life, right? Yeah, we're going to still need people to work in restaurants and gas stations and do fast food and work in plants, manufacturing. There are some jobs that can't really be automated yet, but more and more that stuff is becoming automated. So that means people need to learn how to go backwards a little. You need to learn how to garden. You get some chickens, learn how to garden so you can grow your own food, learn some kind of craft or trade. For men, that's going to be, right? They're going to have to be carpenters, they're going to have to be electricians, going to have to be plumbers, concrete finishers, truck drivers laying asphalt, all the stuff, the building of the infrastructure. Men are going to need to do a lot of that, a lot more of it. There's going to be a lot less jobs in coding because AI is going to remove those jobs. They're just going to be gone. Women, is office jobs go away because AI is going to ruin that. And like an overwhelming majority of people that work in offices are women, right? Because women are more apt to go into college than men because men go to work instead of going to college because they just like the amount of money you can make in the trades easily equals or surpasses what you can make with 6 to 10 years of school, right? So it's just they get in and they get looking at the numbers, and men are like, well, if I go swing a hammer and learn how to be an electrician, I'm going to make just as much money as if I went to school for 6, 8, 10 years. And you go learn a trade, you get paid to learn the trade, right? They don't charge you to learn the trade. You get paid to learn the trade. You make money while you're doing it. It's just a more logical idea. And the idea that you have to go to college to make good money is just dumb and pathetic, right? It was nothing more than a marketing scheme for colleges. And again, for elites to control the population. Look at journalism, right? It used to be just some guys who like to write stories, go out and get some information and write a story and it gets published. Now you have to have a journalist degree, a degree in journalism to be a journalist, right? So you have to be able to afford to go to college. And then when you come out of college, you don't just get a job as a writer, you have to intern at the paper or at the TV place or the radio place where you intern there, which means you don't get paid. You work there for 2 to 4 years without a paycheck. Now, the only people who can really afford to do all the college work to get their BA or whatever it is for journalism, and then not go into the work world, but give 40, 50, 80 hours a week for free to their journalism, wherever they're going to go do their journalism, right? Most people can't afford to do that at the paper or at the TV station or the network, whatever it is where they're working, the magazine. You don't get paid to work there for 2 to 4 years. The only people who can afford to do that are the wealthy who do it, who pay for their children to go do this, right? And on top of it, then the people who own those businesses, those media businesses, are nepotists, right? So they hire their kids, they hire their relatives, they hire their friends who they've paid to go through journalism school and be an intern, right? Everybody, if you're a face at one of those places, you know somebody who owns it. If you're any one of the people you see on the nightly news, I guarantee you they didn't get that job at random. They went to journalism school, their parents paid for it, they were an intern, and they got the job as a face because they agreed politically with their boss, who is their uncle or the neighbor's dad or some shit, right? They are completely out of touch with what the guy who works at the gas station thinks and believes and knows from his daily. They have no clue whatsoever. They're just a bunch of spoiled kids who have been taught to believe all these idealistic ideas that aren't real. But anyways, let's get back to this. I needed to close this and do another one. I get so off track. It's so fucking off track.
Still waiting.
Focus. Oh, another syndicate. Might have those Typhon's boots already. Yeah, I do. Just save that cinder coat. I would like to have one I can reforge. Get a ancient one. That way I can augment it, right? If necessary. Ooh. Damn, it's cold in my house. It's cold in here. It's cold. Yeah, like grandma, right? Honey, it's cold in here. You turn up the heat. What time is it? It's cold in here. Where you going, honey? You want some crackers? I got some crackers. Well, hooray! Die. Die, little goblin, die. I could probably go back to my farm build again now. So I can get more tornadoes on the ground. Need an obsidian ring of the Zodiac. Need the Zodiac. Say Zodiac Warrior. Yeah, that's what I need. One of those going to. Then I need another Ring of the Grandeur. Ring of Grandeur, yes. Put on my follower, on the follower, yep. Not ready yet. Not ready yet. Still waiting. Yeah. The fun part is over. Now it's grind time shit. Got most to build together. Now it's just gonna be grinding nephews, grinding graders, grinding bounties. Splendid chest. Let's get this before everyone. Oh, bastards. a little ways here. Been at this about 2 hours. 6 minutes to save the world. Now I just got to get 1 in 2 minutes. For sure, that's usually one of the seasonal journey things. Is, oh, and I need that for one of the builds. Let's get rid of the yellow crap. Here. Can't remember if I need it in the cube or I need to wear it, but I know I need it. I think for Talrashes. Blackthorns are garbage. Garbage. Shoulders.
I can't afford that.
I think DMO is the one set I do not need. Don't even think I need it for the oh yeah, because it's got that area damage that I was talking about. So mantle of channeling. Don't need the Hydra damage. Should be all yeah. Get my cooldown on it. Look at that. Look at that. That's much prettier than the one I got. When I get to it later. Oh, I guess they're about the same. I'll just have to pick which one I like better at the time. And we know which one that'll be. Okay. Paragon in each spot.
I can't afford that.
I can't afford that. Alrighty. And I am going to take a break for a little bit. Get up, move around, maybe eat some food. I don't know. I don't feel all that well, but I need to get up. I've been sitting for a couple hours, move around, whatever. I will catch you all later. Thank you for joining me here. To the people who will watch this later, and hop over to my YouTube channel, give me a like, subscribe over there. Got a lot more vids. Have a good one. Catch you later.